Hello, everybody, and good morning. Welcome to the Top Producer Show. So our mission is to educate, equip, and train servant leaders. Our vision is to create financially independent achievers, and our purpose is to help people grow. And right now we are going over the new book by John Maxwell and Robert Hoskins, and we're going over Change Your World. So before we jump into the next chapter, we're going to go ahead and invite some people on here.
What's up? Chapter 2.
All right, here we go.
Okay, guys, we're on Chapter 2, Become a Catalyst for Change. It says, people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world usually are the ones who do. Steve Jobs said that, one of the famous sayings from the founder of Apple. What does it mean to be a catalyst for change? Most people go to the chemistry definition, which is a substance that causes or speeds up a chemical reaction. But when Rob and John use the word catalyst, we're describing a person who creates positive change in the world through their ideas, actions, and influence. When it comes to making positive difference in the world, change occurs only when someone, somewhere, takes responsibility for changing himself, herself, and actions to help others change along with them. Without these actions, the person or change doesn't happen. So it's really about influencing that change. Change doesn't happen on its own. That's kind of the first point. Many things in life happen, but positive change is not one of them. Changing anything in our world requires someone to be a catalyst. So it's really stepping out of the norm. Jordan's here, Chance is here, what's happening? Change begins with caring. You have to first want to make a difference. And there's a lot of people out there who want to make a difference who think they can't, for whatever reason. They just don't believe they have the skill, the talent, the know-how, the people. It says to love the whole world for me is no choice, but only real problem is my neighbors next door. Basically, being able to get outside, changing yourself, being able to move on. But the truth is that caring often begins that simply with going next door. Everyone has a change the world speech inside them. President John F. Kennedy said that. Change stands up for a cause. Doing something that makes a difference. So, there's so many things out there to get involved in. There's so many things out there that you can do. It says small actions made consistently lead to big changes. And that's really the goal. It says change spreads from me to we with people who want to make a difference. So you have to get around people who are making a difference to be able to usually make a difference. Change steps forward with urgency at a time when it makes a difference. How can you become a catalyst for change? And he has a bunch of action steps. He says, number one, change from good intentions to good actions. A lot of people are like, oh man, it'd be great if we cleaned up the parking lot, but it's a different thing to go do it. Oh man, it'd be great to, go help this person, but it's a different thing to show up and actually do it. It says people with good intentions want to add value to others, but find reasons not to do it. People with good actions want to add value to others, but find ways to do it. They actually show up. People with good intentions can be positive, or can be passive, inconsistent, and disappointing. People with good actions are deliberate, consistent, and willful. So many times I meet people who are like, oh man, it'd be a great idea to eat like that. It'd be a great idea to go to the gym. Okay, I'm going to go home and eat bonbons and ice cream and they just don't do it. But they had intentions, they talked about it. Good actions represent the dividing line between words and results. Doesn't this happen often in network marketing? I intend to build my business today. I intend to talk to somebody. You intend. I should have called. I should have, text. I should have messaged. You should have all over yourself. And never get anything done. Good actions represent the dividing line between words and results. You cannot predict the future, but you can create it. That was Peter Drucker, famous writer. Become a possibilitist. Often you have to see the possibilities in front of you to be able to get anything done. Most people could use possibility theory or therapy of what can happen. I mean, we've all met the doomsdayers, the people who don't think they can figure it out. Oh, woe is me. They come in and they sound like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. I don't know. Nothing ever goes good. I hope to get through the day. It's funny, but a lot of people, that's their attitude consistently. It says, are you a possibilitist? If you answer yes to any of these questions, then you are. It says, do I think progress is possible, but not easy? Which is, of course, true. Do I see things as they are and not get discouraged? Am I unwilling to look away from a problem that moves me? Am I willing to do what I can do to make the world a better place? Next, he says, you want to take ownership. You want to take ownership of what? You want to take ownership of your actions, but you want to take ownership of the change. Let's remember, one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world. That was Malaya Yousafzai. I can't remember who that was. That was the educational activist. I knew I had heard that word. Tyler Perry stated, as a kid with a pen and a dream. Use your past changes as inspiration for future changes. So sometimes it's like looking back. Jesse Garcia, what's happening, sir? Sometimes looking backwards to see what you've accomplished will allow you to look forward. What most people do is they kind of replay old VCR tapes on old VCR players in their mind of the worst incidences that have ever happened in their life, and that's what they replay on a regular basis. You'll find that the people who get things done will go back and go, yeah, those tapes sucked. Some stuff happened, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the tapes of the stuff that went well, the wins that I had, because everybody has wins, everybody does something good. You just kind of have to draw that out of them and then get them to focus on that over and over and over again. Use your past changes as inspiration for future ones. Invite others to join your cause. So he has a whole list of what to do. When you become a catalyst for change, one of the most significant things you can do is invite others to join your cause. He says, we recommend by gathering friends and family. You already have influence with them, and you certainly already are like-minded, at least in some areas. If you're not sure on how much influence you have, answer these questions by writing down the names of the people who you can think of for each one of these. Who listens when you talk? Who asks for your advice? Who respects your expertise? Who follows your recommendations? Who seeks your opinion? Who enjoys working beside you? Who advocates for you? Who values your time? Who shares positive things about you and others? And who adds value to you? These are the first people you should talk to about your cause. Share your passion with them. One of the most important things you can do is speak from your heart about the change you want to make. Ask what they think. That's always yes or no, asking what people think. I mean, if you're asking them to do something productive with you, versus too many people like don't actually want the person working with them. They just want their approval. Way too many people seek approval of people who you really shouldn't give a shit one way or another. Spend their whole life trying to get approval from people who will never give them approval. Waste of time. Invite them to improve your ideas. You know, that's if somebody's coming on board with you. Ask whether it's something you can do together. Focus on what you can do. So, you know, that's kind of my whole approach to direct sales and MLM, is you're actually going out and asking people, hey, do me a favor. I, want to share with you what I'm working on, this project right now. And you can, some people it's due to COVID. Some people it's due to, things they want to get done in life or improvements they want to make. But I want you to take a look at what I'm doing. So if you run into the right person, you can refer them to me. So do me a huge favor. I want you to actually look at and hear what we're doing, specifically. So if you run into the right person, you can refer them to us. But you got to focus on what you can do. Your gifts, your past success, your passions, your opportunities. You will never be what you ought to be until you're doing what you ought to be doing. Finding your quote unquote purpose. Catherine's here. Hello. Do something. That was, one of the big, it says just do something. Rob often heard his dad say this, just do something. I think the key word is get moving, do some positive action towards, Tony Robbins said, anytime you ever set a goal, do one positive action towards that goal immediately to get on the path. If you don't make a move right away, then probably that isn't the right goal. The smallest deed is greater. The smallest deed is greater than the largest intention. That one's good. He goes into talking about the heart of Bangladesh, and this was another trip they took. I experienced something so life-changing that I changed. I share something so life-changing that you changed. We facilitate something so life-changing that others change. So change starts with you. The same thing is true if you want to build any type of business. It's you who has to go out first and make that change. It might be changing your schedule. It might be changing your approach of what you're doing. It might be changing your goals and dreams. It might be, changing what you really want out of life. Because some people just want to get by in life. Some people just want to survive in life. What you want to do is how can you make a positive impact? And life really is only worth living running from kind of goal to goal, dream to dream. Otherwise, when you're just existing, doesn't it seem like you tend to focus on drama and problems and all the other things? If you look at the most successful people in life, they're always running towards something. And that's what makes life exciting. And that's why there's so many people depressed and there's so many people unhappy, is because they kept getting told, oh, you have to be happy with what you have, just be happy with where you're at. Understand that 70% of people's personality is basically to seek a position where nothing changes. Therefore, you have 70% of people usually that are miserable. They're unhappy. They're not going anywhere. Nothing is improving. Now, at the same time, if you change these people's world too quickly, they freak out. They're like, oh my God, I can't move. Oh my God, I can't change jobs. Oh my God, and that stability allows the world to rotate, basically. They're going to get up and go to work for 40 years, for $40,000 to retire on 40% of what they couldn't live on to begin with, and then bitch the entire time, both working and retired, if they make it that long. That's just how some people are. Now, I'm not here to fault anybody for doing that. Chris is here. What's up? I'm not here to fault anybody. It's just reality of how it works. So that's what I got. Be the change agent. Figure it out. Tomorrow we're going over chapter 3. So far, been a really good book, Change the World by John Maxwell and Rob Hoskins.
All right. Now, if you guys haven't yet, you want to go to the Top Producer Show Facebook page and you want to go join that page. Also, go follow us on YouTube. Each one of these videos is going to be uploaded to there. So that way, if you guys would like to go back and rewatch it, you are more than welcome to. So with that, that is what we have for you guys today, and we will see you tomorrow.